Dear students, we are going to start the new chapter, that is alternating current. In this chapter, we are going to learn about the following content. Let's begin with the first one. Alternating EMF. What do you mean by an alternating EMF? We have learnt about EMF in our class. We have learnt about EMF in chapter 3. What is alternating EMF? Alternating means varying. Alternating EMF is that EMF which continuously changes in magnitude and periodically reverses its direction. So both magnitude and direction are going to change continuously. Alternating current, which is also called AC. Alternating current is that current which continuously changes in magnitude and periodically reverses its direction. How to represent alternating current as well as alternating EMF. Now here I am taking x-axis. Along x-axis I have taken angular displacement, that is nothing but theta, which is equal to omega t. We know that angular velocity omega is equal to angular displacement by time. So angular displacement theta equal to omega into t. Now if you take the angle, that is for one complete cycle, the total angular displacement made by the particle is 2 pi. So if you divide that into 4 parts, you're going to have the angular displacement as pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. So from 0 to 2 pi, it is one complete cycle. Now, if you substitute the value of omega as 2 pi by capital T, where capital T is the time taken by the particle to complete one rotation. So you are going to have the time period as t by 4, t by 2, 3t by 4 and t. Along y-axis, I want to take both EMF as well as current. EMF is represented with respect to E and current is represented with respect to I. Now, whenever you want to represent alternating EMF and alternating current, we have to choose an equation which represent the displacement of both current as well as EMF, which we have learned in our waves and oscillation topic in class 11. Now you can see how it is going to vary. The magnitude is going to change continuously with respect to time and it reverses its direction periodically. The equation which represents the alternating EMF at any instant t is nothing but E naught sine omega t, where E naught is nothing but maximum amplitude or maximum EMF. Now here it is a sinusoidal function. Sinusoidal function can be represented with respect to both sine function as well as cos function. Now here if you see omega t, if I take the value of omega t as 0, sine 0 means 0. So EMF will become 0. Now if I take angle as pi by 2, so sine pi by 2 is 1. So E equal to E naught. So maximum EMF. Now if you take the omega t value as pi, again sine pi becomes 0. So EMF falls to 0. Now when you take 3 pi by 2, it is minus 1. So it is minus E naught, which is represented in the opposite end. Again for 2 pi, the value becomes 0, so the EMF becomes 0. This continues periodically for every 2 pi. Now the green line represents the alternating current. Just like EMF, current also varies periodically and changes in magnitude, where I naught is the maximum current produced. The equation which represents the current is I equal to I naught sine omega t. So here we are going to represent both current as well as EMF in the form of sine function. That is the displacement as sine function. We can also use cos function to represent a sinusoidal wave. Now if you see, if you take the value of omega t as 0, cos 0 means 1, so the EMF is maximum at 0. But here the EMF is maximum at pi by 2. And it continues to vary periodically with respect to time. Now, what is the difference between sine and cos here? Here, sine starts from 0, whereas cos starts from maximum. So the difference between sine function and cos function is pi by 2 alone. This is the current which is going to vary with respect to time, and that is the equation in terms of cos. So E and I represent instantaneous value of EMF and current. E0, I0 represent peak or maximum value or amplitude of EMF and current. Omega angular frequency, T instantaneous time, omega t is nothing but phase. And the symbol which is used to represent alternating source is this. If you have a straight line, it represents a DC source, but if you have an alternating symbol, varying symbol, it is called alternating source. Average or mean value of alternating current. Average or mean value of alternating current over a half cycle is that steady current which will send the same amount of charge in a circuit in the time of half cycle as is sent by the given alternating current in the same circuit in the same time. That means here if you see in the definition steady current means DC current. Alternating current means AC current. Now how we are going to calculate the mean value or average value of alternating current? According to the definition, if you take a half cycle, in that half cycle, how much charge a DC current how much charge a steady current will send an amount of charge. The same amount of charge is also sent by alternating current in the same circuit in the same time. Hope you understood. Now dq equal to I times of dt, because we are talking about charge. So let dq be the amount of charge sent by the steady current in a time interval of dt seconds, then dq equal to I into dt. But what is the value of I according to alternating current? I0 sin omega t. Substitute the value here. Now if I want to know the total amount of charge sent in that half cycle, that means it should start from 0 to t by 2. So q equal to integral 0 to t by 2 I0 sin omega t dt. Now if you integrate, I0 is a constant which will come out, and integral sin omega t dt between the limits 0 to t by 2 convert as omega by 2. So total expression you are going to have q equal to 2 I0 by omega, which is also equal to, if you write omega as 2 pi by t, then the expression changes as 2 I0 t by 2 pi. 2 gets cancelled, so I0 t by pi. Mean value. If you take the mean value of AC, that is alternating current, I mean is equal to I average equal to q by t by 2. Because whatever the amount of charge which we are going to send in how much time? Half cycle time. So what is the time taken? T by 2. So q by t by 2. So charge by time taken is nothing but current. So q is the amount of charge which is sent in a time interval of t by 2. So it is q by t by 2. But what is the value of q here? I0 t by pi. Substitute the value. So you're going to have the expression as 0.637 I0. So the average value or mean value of alternating current is equal to 0.637 I0. In the same way, we can also calculate the average or mean value of alternating EMF. And you're going to have the same expression as EM is equal to EAV is equal to 2 E0 by pi, which is nothing but 0.637 E0. So the value of EMF and current is nothing but 0.637 E0. Note, average or mean value of alternating current or EMF is 0 over a cycle, as the positive and negative values get cancelled. That's the reason we are going to determine the average value for half cycle. But for a complete cycle, the value is equal to 0. Root mean square or virtual or effective value of alternating current. There are two questions will be there. One is the average value and another one is the root mean square value. So already we determined the average value for both EMF and current. Now we are going to determine the root mean square value for both current as well as EMF. Root mean square value of alternating current is that steady current which would produce the same heat in a given resistance in a given time as is produced by the given alternating current in the same resistance in the same time. So whenever you want to calculate average value or mean value, you are going to take the charge into consideration. But when you want to calculate root mean square value, what we are going to consider here, we are going to take a resistor. Now whenever you are going to pass DC current through a resistor for a certain time, how much amount it is able to produce in that particular time, if you pass the alternating current in the same resistor for the same time, it will also produce the same amount of heat. So by taking the heat produced by both direct and alternating current, we are going to determine root mean square value. So what is the formula for heat produced actually? H equal to I square RT or VIT. So here we are going to take the small amount of heat produced in the resistor as dH equal to I square R dt. That means in a time interval of dt seconds, what is the amount of heat produced here? dH is the amount of heat produced. But what is I? Which is equal to I naught sine omega t. So if you substitute the value and square, you're going to have the expression as I naught square R sine square omega t dt. Now if you want to find the total heat produced in the complete cycle, then H equal to integral 0 to t I naught square R sine square omega t dt. Now I naught square and R are constant, so remove them from the integral. So you're going to have the expression as H equal to I naught square RT by 2. That means integral 0 to t sine square omega t dt is nothing but t by 2. After integration, omega is replaced by 2 pi by t, and if you're going to substitute the value of t as capital T and 0, you will have this expression. If IV be the virtual value of AC, virtual means root mean square value, then H equal to I V square R into T. Because for one complete cycle we are determined, so I V square R into T. Therefore, if you equate the above expression with respect to this, you are going to have IV equal to IRMS equal to I effective is equal to I naught by root 2, which is also called as 0.707 I naught. In the same way, we can also determine the root mean square or virtual or effective value of alternating EMF, and the value will be E naught by root 2 or 0.707 E naught. Note, root mean square value of alternating current or EMF can be calculated over any period of the cycle since it is based on the heat energy produced. But average value is based on amount of charge passed. Do not use the above formula if the time interval under the consideration is less than 1 period. That means when you are supposed to use root mean square, whenever the time interval is more than 1, then you have to use. If it is less than 1, you are not supposed to use RMS value. Relative values, peak, virtual and mean values of alternating EMF. Now, that means here I am going to show you the peak value, the mean value of alternating EMF. Now this is the sinusoidal wave which represents the EMF, which we have already seen in the first slide. That is the maximum EMF produced or amplitude of EMF, E naught. Now EV, that green line represents EV. EV stands for virtual value. or RMS value. EM represents mean value or average value. So EM equal to E average equal to 0.637 E naught, but E RMS value equal to 0.707 E naught. Tips. The given values of alternating EMF and current are virtual values unless otherwise specified. That is, 230 volt AC means EV equal to E RMS equal to E effective equal to 230 volt. So whenever they say 230 volt AC means, then you have to consider the RMS value as 230 volt alone, not E naught by root 2. AC ammeter and AC voltmeter read the RMS value of alternating current and voltage respectively. So the RMS values are measured by AC ammeter and AC voltmeter. They are called hot wire meters actually. The scale of DC meter is linearly graduated, whereas the scale of AC meter is not evenly graduated because H is directly proportional to I square, that is square of current.